On June the 6th, the world celebrates the Russian Language Day and date to established by the United Nations to honor one of its 6 official languages. With over 250 million speakers globally, the Russian language plays a vital role in diplomacy, education, and cultural identity. More with Hadil Fahad.
In a fast-changing world, language remains a constant link to identity and culture. The Russian language, with its rich literary and human legacy, is more than a system of words. It is a living cultural experience, carried through books, classrooms, and generations. On Russian Language Day, the world celebrates not only a language, but a voice of knowledge and a bridge that continues to connect people across borders.
First of all, this is one of the 6 official languages in the United Nations. So policy is done in Russian, and it is quite obvious. Well, in terms of figures, the figures say that there are 253 million speakers of the Russian language worldwide, of whom 150 million those who regard the Russian language as their native. People like the Russian language in the context of the Russian culture. They studied it through literature, and Russian literature, particularly that of the 19th century, is world famous, associated with such masters like Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, and others.
The Russian language also has a presence beyond its borders, including in Kuwait, where historical, educational, and cultural ties go back decades. In recent years, these connections are taking a new form, with growing interest in Russian institutions and renewed attention to the language not only as a means of communication, but as a path to deeper understanding of a long-standing culture.
The cooperation in the field of education, with an emphasis particularly on medical studies, on general engineering, those ties were very strong in the 70s and in the 80s. So dozens, even hundreds of Kuwaitis, they used to study in the Soviet Union. We do hope at this regard that the interest which Kuwaitis have in Russia, and you do not forget that there are now thousands and thousands of Kuwaitis go to Moscow for vacation. They enjoy Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Russia as a newly opened destination for Gulf nations, for Gulf tourists. We just welcome it. But we also have a good sign that recently the Kuwaiti side just licensed 3 Russian higher educational establishments to study the Russian language as their specialization.
From the voices of great writers to the interests of new learners, the Russian language continues to inspire and evolve. Its values lies not only in its history, but in its ability to shape understanding and open doors to new cultural dialogue. Hadil Fahad for Kuwait English News.